War against Poland has commenced. Due to the outbreak of hostilities, U-boats have been rushed into the Baltic and North Atlantic. U-48, under my command, is one of those boats. Under turbulent clouds, U-48's diesel engine started up, and the sleek, modern U-boat slipped out of her berth in Wilhelmshaven and proceeded through the locks. Quite a few boats are heading to the Baltic. U-48 would not be one of those boats. Instead, she would proceed into the North Atlantic. In the event that hostilities break out with France and the United Kingdom, U-48 should already be in position to commence raiding operations. Hostilities are not expected, however, so this should be a routine patrol in the North Atlantic. We received the radio message earlier this afternoon. War has commenced, unexpectedly, and we now find ourselves at war with France and the United Kingdom. The radiogram from Admiral Rader informs us of the rules of engagement. Defensive actions against French vessels are permitted. We are not permitted to board or attack any French flag vessels. That being said, all vessels of the United Kingdom are to be considered hostile at this time. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back to U-Boat as we start a brand new career aboard U-48, a Type 7B U-Boat. World War II has begun and U-48 is maneuvering into the North Atlantic. We currently find ourselves in the North Sea. We have not spotted anything as of yet. However, we are going to do a quick hydrophone check just to make sure the coast is clear all around us. So let's go to the depth meter, down, drop down to 50 meters and conduct a hydrophone check. With this playthrough, I am playing with quite a few mods. All those mods will be listed down below, and I do think these mods should make for a more engaging and realistic experience in this series. Wolfgang is our captain. He is already on the periscope as the boat dives down. We take a look at the storage room and the galley. We can see we are loaded up on food and supply. And the crew is all amassing as we slowly submerge.
10 meter.
U-48 has dropped down below the surface. Our hydrophone operator here, Schutzer, is doing his hydrophone check. I am going to assign an additional sailor. And when we look at the map, I do have this new mod called No Spoilers, so we don't see any of the hydrophone rings. We do get a bearing of where a contact is, but their exact icon is not going to be on the map, which I do think is a great middle ground between having map contact updates and having none at all. Anyway, it doesn't look like our hydrophone operator is picking anything up. We are going to stay submerged for a little while. The torpedo tubes are fully loaded, half with G7A torpedoes, half with G7Es. We go to the map. Our patrol area is AM4 and AM7 just off the coast of Ireland here. And we'll see if we can pick anything up. It's a little going to be early for major convoys, of course, so hopefully we can find some lone merchant shipping and actually utilize our deck gun. Yeah, dropping down to 50 meters though, and we have nothing. We are going to continue. We will do frequent hydrophone checks now that the war has broken out. We are clear to engage British shipping. However, French flagged vessels, we are not clear to engage. So there is that. We just received a report that we need to do some maintenance on our electric motor before it's damaged, so let's go ahead and do that. That's one of the mods I do have enabled, so we do have to conduct frequent maintenance on different components of the boat. Weber is back here now working on the electric motors, which is great. We were getting a radio message from BDU, however, it has been interrupted due to weather, and it looks like it is still interrupted, unfortunately. We still haven't picked anything up. I've decided to cut a little bit closer to the British Isles, see if we can find any shipping hugging the coast here. We have just received an important radio message from BDU. It's September the 5th, 1939. Let's take a look. And they have decided to implement a change in our assigned squares. We're now to patrol AN 16 and AN 52. That's, I think that's in the North Atlantic. Or no, excuse me, in the North Sea. Yeah, gosh, right over here. Well, we will take a roundabout way before heading over into that direction. Yeah, that's kind of a shame. I'm not sure how. I don't really like that patrol area. We'll patrol here near Hartlepool before moving up into this new patrol area. We have received a radio message from FDU. U-47 reports having sighted a small group of merchant ships in what grid? AN 769. They are heading north-northeast, 5 knots. North-northeast, 5 knots. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, they are way down here. I wonder if we will receive frequent reports of their position. That's there. I mean, that's kind of far. How far away is this? 440 kilometers. Well, we will continue patrolling this area. If we receive another update and they are continuing to sail along the coast of the UK, we will break from our patrol area and head to engage them. Okay, folks, we just got a brand new radio report of a merchant ship heading east at a speed of 8 knots. We are in position here to intercept nicely, and we are going to do just that. We're going to move and hopefully track these guys down. This is going to be our first catch of the war. We are doing a hydrophone check down here, September 7th, 1939, 0700. Let's quickly check our depth under keel. I would like an echo sounder reading, please. And we have picked up a lone contact. Okay, 49 meters under the keel. We have a lone contact out in this direction. We can see it's not giving us a proper range. It just extends on for wherever with this particular mod I am utilizing, and I do like that actually quite a bit. They are off in this direction at 262 degrees. We are going to change course here. New heading 268. We will increase speed, all ahead standard, and surface the boat. Please and thank you. All right, come to the surface. We will chase them down on the surface. It apparently is just a lone ship, though we could utilize the deck gun if it is hostile. Knowing my luck, though, this is probably a neutral freighter. All right, we are going to hit the surface and continue the hunt. I'm glad we are on track and didn't, you know, sail right past this freighter. U-48 has hit the surface. All ahead standard, please. I want to get additional sailors onto the bridge here. The crew's getting all situated. Get on the radio, please, and let's take a look. Let's center the Ouzo and see if we can find any smoke on the horizon. And oh, what do you know? There it is. Pretty hard. The Ouzo is not stabilized here, But there we go. We got smoke out there bearing 320 degrees relative. All right, we got something. The hunt is on. Turn on the pump. Turn on the diesel compressor's already on. Perfect. All right, everything's looking good. The watch crew has detected the smoke on the horizon. Let's report that off to FDU. We can see we do have a bearing line towards that smoke. Can we make anything else out? However, that is the question. It doesn't look like it. It looks like we're on a pretty good intercept course though with the smoke. Let's bring up the compass and change course 20 degrees to the starboard now, please. And we are now coming right. Good. We will go to battle stations here once the ship gets closer into view. It does indeed look like a single freighter, which is good for us. However, I'm going to awaken you from your slumber. You're going to get over here, buddy. Time to maintain a couple of these torpedoes and get them ready. We will do maintenance on one G7A and one G7E torpedo, and we shouldn't need any more than that unless I completely screw up this attack. That being said, let's check the storage room. Oh dear. Okay, we do not have a lot of deck gun ammunition. I messed that up. Well, I suppose they didn't think the war would be kicking off, so they didn't give us a whole lot of ammunition, it would seem. We do have demolition charges, though. So there is that. So this will probably be a torpedo attack. Although 30 rounds of deck gun ammunition will probably cause quite a bit of damage to a small freighter. Just not as much as I was expecting. The enemy vessel has come into view, and I think I already have it identified. It's the first ship we flip to. It is a coaster here. As we can see, incredibly difficult to get a good look at it with how much the waves are bouncing this boat around. That being said, I do think it is an NA-1 here. It does look like she is flying the flag of the United Kingdom as well, at least from a glance. The enemy vessel is reportedly at battle stations, so they are conducting evasive maneuvers and trying to turn around. All right, try to close in on this target, please. Come left. All ahead standard. We are going to signal our intentions to sink this ship. Hopefully the crew will abandon ship and make our job a little easier, and we will try to blow it out of the water, probably with the deck gun, but let's again conduct maintenance on some of these torpedoes. You, buddy, go to the diesels. Yeah, she is evading. But if they abandon ship and then we can strike it with a torpedo, that may be the play here. And then if she still refuses to sink, engage with the deck gun. Okay, conducting maintenance on one of those torpedoes. And we are closing in to intercept. The freighter is continuing to zigzag. We are quite lucky that she is unarmed. Let's change course. 22 degrees to the right. And I do want the compass down here because we are utilizing this quite a lot. Let's also get our depth meter up here. Okay. Tube 2 is maintained. Fantastic. Target is still too far away for us to interact with it just yet. There she is. Definitely a small little vessel. Let's bring up the recognition manual. The draft of this ship is 3.49 meters. Wolfgang is on the Uzo. I do want Kurt to get onto the TDC here, and we are going to set up a torpedo attack while I am thinking about it. Let's go to the TDC, and this is the same TDC that's in the Type 2A that we were utilizing. So we are going to set the target range. Actually, let's set their speed first and foremost. Torpedo speed 40 knots. Target, distance to target We'll do a kilometer. I'm going to guess they are going at about 7 knots with the zigzagging angle on bow, 80 degrees to port. There we go. Switch to the fire control boxes. Bearing transmitter is the Uzo. Gyro angle receiver bow. Launch mode tube 2. Salvo off. Launch lever. I'm going to keep this off for now just as a safety. I do not want to accidentally fire off an eel before I am ready here. Continuing to close in on the coaster. Come left. We are making 13 knots. Let's assign an additional sailor here. All ahead flank. Yeah, and they are continuing to turn to starboard. I can see the angle of the ship. It is past 90 degrees now. And just in case we were curious, it is indeed hostile. And they know it. They are running. They are running. Target is still too far. I feel like we are pretty darn close to said target. Let's see. Get another engineer up here. Maintain that torpedo. Let's give you something to do here. We just got the report. We are moving too fast to board. Let's come to a stop. Signal these guys to stop. Stop your ship. Okay, we are going to interact. Communicate that we intend to sink the ship. After you send the light signals that you are going to sink the ship, a commotion is quickly seen on the deck. The crew is leaving the ship. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. Let's change course here. Get into position to fire a torpedo and sink the ship. All ahead standard. We are lined up nicely here. We are going to recognize the target first and foremost. Let's go ahead and get range to target while I'm at it, just so we have a good runtime. Set 600 meters. Good, that is outside minimum arming range. Go to the TDC and plug that in, 600 meters. Torpedo speed is 40 knots. Let's make sure everything is set up here. Looking good. Speed 0. Angle on bow 90. So the torpedo should just leave the tube. Why are you looking over here, dude? Look at the freighter. It's so weird that he does that. Don't do that. Just keep looking at the freighter while I go over to the TDC. Okay, that's better. Target bearing 5-6. Tube 2 is ready and flooded. Tube 2 los. There we go. Tube 2 is away. 40 seconds till impact. 30 seconds. This is our first kill of the war. 20 seconds. To go on, boys. You ready for this? If it's a dud, I'm gonna be upset.
10 Sekunden bis Einschlag.
The anticipation's killing me. There we go. Awesome. Directly amidships. Let's take a look through the Uzo. There she is. She is burning up. And the enemy ship is sinking. There we go. And it is going down quite quickly. One torpedo hit was more than enough. Let's report that off to BDU. Let's increase our speed slowly and investigate here. Say hello to the lifeboats in the water. We have just received a new radio message from BDU as we are closing in on this wreckage. This message seems to be encrypted with a foreign cipher and we can't decode it. I am wondering, oh dear, is that a warship on the way? It may have been a radio message from this freighter informing that they were attacked by a submarine. Let's come right a little bit and get rid of all that. Canned bread in one of those wooden chests and a med kit. Let's take the med kit and then we will also check on all of these lifeboats in the water, throw them some bread before we are on our way. Here's the lifeboat in the water. We are going to give them some supply. We'll give them some canned bread. 10, why not? All right. You're welcome. Okay, and there we go. We do have this med kit on board. I do want to take that. Grab these. Yes, move those into storage. And we are going to continue our course. This is where that radio message came from. That has got to be some sort of warship, I would think. Regardless, we are going to change course and keep on patrolling our patrol area. Well, folks, that is going to do it for episode 1 of our brand new U-boat series. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like, especially on the first video of a brand new series. It really does help out the channel. I'm hoping we will be able to make it to the end of the war with this one, but there's a good chance we will die before that happens. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. This is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I will see you all on the next one.